My brother, how you doing, man?
Good morning, Henry. How are you doing, my brother?
I'm super excited, man. I'm super excited. I am super good, man. Thank you for joining us. So, guys, as I said, we are with Lawrence the Digital Prenuer, and we are talking about TakeaLot, right? His journey on TakeaLot and how he's making, you know, 100K per month in sales right now, man. That's what we are talking about right now. That's what we're talking about right now. I know you're pushing, I'm sure you're there, bro. Like, I mean, you got the basics now. You got the basics.
100%.
I know it was one of your big targets this past month. You said you
Yes,
missed it by like 4K, but I mean, your
yes.
business is well on its way, man. It's already like 100K per month business.
That's true.
And I'm super excited about that, man. I'm super excited for you, bro. Congratulations, man.
No, thank you so much, my brother. I know it really helped me because I mean, Take a Lot is always fluctuating every single day. So today I might be able to have 20 sales, and then tomorrow I have one sale. So on the last day of March, I only had one sale, which was one product that sold at 279, and I was looking forward to get maybe like at least around 4,000. But then I finished the month on 96,351, which is
Wow.
not bad. I was looking into making a target of this goal by June, but the fact that I was able to do it 3 months, even though I didn't get to 100,000, the fact that I was able to do it 3 months prior to the time that I was targeting myself just made me realize that, it is possible.
Wow, man, that's super exciting, bro. That's super excited. I'm excited for you, man. I'm excited for you. So, guys, man, if this is your first time here, this is the Entrepreneurs Chat. We're a group of entrepreneurs meeting every weekday between 8 and 9 to talk about different aspects of business, different aspects of entrepreneurship. So, if this is your first time here, join our WhatsApp group, Success Inspiration. The link is in my bio, in my link tree, so that you can get the link with regards to when we go live, right? That's basically what you need to do. And man, I'm super excited about this, man. And so this is 100,000. Is it profit? This is 100,000 in
So
sales, right?
basically, it's not profit. That's everything inclusive of all the sales that I've made. And when I calculate profit, profit is around 65 to 70%. I'm still
Yo,
busy just calculating it.
yo.
So I didn't spend much. I still remember on stock I've only spent a little bit less than 35,000 on stock only.
Wow, man, this is awesome, bro. 65 to 70%. This is awesome, man. This is
Yeah.
revenue, generating revenue. And that's the thing, we take a lot, man. It's not like like a highly, capital intensive, unless you're really buying expensive stock and a lot of
100%.
stock and all these things. But I'm
Yes.
sure it's something that you can. Exactly, Crypto Lady, right? Crypto Lady Africa is saying, wow, Lawrence, last time you were here, you were at 18,000 rands a month. That was last time
That was
you
last
were
year.
here, man. And that's what's super exciting about this.
Yes,
Just
100%.
the growth potential, right, in this
Yes,
business, the
that's true.
growth potential. That's what's super exciting. So yeah, that was when was this, man? When you were here last time? Was that
I
around?
think that was last year, end of October, beginning of November, because I still remember I started with the master classes around November. So that's when everything started picking up around that time. So it was around last year, that's when I was making around 18,000 a month. And I went and revised everything that I had to do with tech a lot. But I'm gonna share my journey from how I began, how I got here. But then I went and revised everything. And once I've revised everything, I just um, got a new supplier as well, which is something that is very important in TakeaLot. If you are able to get new suppliers that are locally, you'll be able to make more money.
Wow, man, super exciting, bro. Super exciting. So that's what's awesome. It's just the journey. So guys, I know like, the amount is exciting me as well, but it's not really just about amounts, right? I think that's the thing. It's
Yes, that's
just
true.
also about the journey. It's about how to build that capacity. So what's exciting is
True.
that now you have actually managed to grow the capacity of the business, right? You have actually managed to grow the capacity of the business so that it can, generate, 100,000 rands, for example, in sales revenue at the end of the month, right? That's what's important. You are growing yourself as an entrepreneur. You're growing the business. You're learning the system. That's what's important. So I know a lot of people came on this live because of that 100,000, which is a true thing. That's what's happening, but you
That
shouldn't
is
be
true,
stuck
yeah.
there. You know what I'm trying to say? You shouldn't be stuck there.
Yeah.
So let's get it cracking, bro. Let's just get into your journey.
All right,
Maybe you can
yes.
just introduce yourself to the people here, man. Yeah, let's just do things the
All
right way.
right. Good day, everyone. So, my name is Lawrence, the Digital Prenuer, as Henry has introduced me. So today I'm mainly gonna share mostly about my journey, where TakeaLot began. So I started off on TakeaLot in the year 2020. So the company that I had worked for before, they deal with website development and all that. So they called me in 2020, end of the year. I think it was around October. They're like, they wanted, to revamp their websites and all that. So I took on the gig and I went and revamped their website. So I was speaking to, to the business owner. He's like to me, have you heard of TakeaLot? And I was like, yeah, I have. Um, but I'm not sure, how to run the platform, how to do anything. It's like, you come from an IT background, man. You should be able to, know how to do all that. And I was like, you know what? Give me a week. I'll go study it. I'll go do my research and everything, and then I'll get back to you. So he gives me a week, and I get back to him. I tell him, you know what? This is the information that I've gathered, and I'm not saying that I'm an expert, but let's give it a go. Let's give it a try. Let's see how I can do in this. And then we registered his business beginning of October. So, like with October, you're already going into like, your Black Friday and all that. Sales are going to be up. It's already, your last part of the year. December, people are just purchasing and buying. So within that, um, within that December, I was able to make around 225,000 Rand within that period of time of sales and all that. So he realized that, okay, this is actually lucrative. He opens a second account on TakeaLot. He then gets someone to be assisting me and helping me. But then what really killed my spirit within this industry was the amount of money that I was making for this business and the amount of money that I was being paid. It didn't balance because he tried to, by all means, like other employers, they try to keep, the stock prices away from you. So you're not able to understand exactly, how much they're getting specific stock at about and how much so he'll just come with, with prices and be like, you know what? No, I want you to price this at this specific price. And I'm like, but other sellers on the platform, they're selling it at a cheaper price. How is it you want me to price it so high? So that's when I realized that, actually there is a bit of like inconsistency because you can see that you should be getting it at a very lower price. If you're making me price something that everyone else is selling at 200 Rand, I'm pricing it at 499. It doesn't really, balance. So within that year, 2021 now, I was able to make about 2.8 million Rand by the year October,
Wow.
by the month October for this account. That's when I realized that, you know what, this is my knowledge, this is my skill. He's got no idea of what is happening with the accounts. He just pumps in the money. So I realized that, you know what, it's actually my turn for me to create my account. So with a little
So
bit
that
of
was
money
like
that I was
two
being
point eight
paid,
million in sales.
2.8 million in sales, and I think it was a little bit just over 1.5 in profit, I think.
Wow.
So with the knowledge that I had and the little bit of money that I was getting paid monthly, I was able to start off my account. And back then, when I started off with the courier services, I had to pay a 1,050 Rand for me to sign up with a courier service that will be able to courier my goods from my premises to the TakeaLot distribution center. So I started off October 2021, but then I was not able to sell any products within that period up until February, beginning of 2022, because I didn't have enough money to, when you want to start off a business and there's now a problem that has to be solved at home. There's, some things, they just come out of nowhere.
Mm.
So only around February 2022, I was able to start, making sales. So I went to a supplier, I bought a few keyboards, and within 3 weeks of me starting off my sales, I was able to finish all the stock because I already had the knowledge of how I need to be selling and how I need to be, target my profit, how I can target my customers as well. So within that, that 3 weeks, I was able to finish all my stock, but I didn't get my money because TakeaLot takes about 400 Rand of subscription fee. So remember, from October 2021 to February, I wasn't paying anything. I didn't have any money. So they took all that money back. So if I was someone else, I could have been like, this is not really for me. You know what am I doing this for? I'm just, paying subscription fees and all that. So I then revised everything that I was doing. I started getting newer products. I went and got a loan from a friend, and he assisted me with that. And within the first month from now, like seeing, like I think it was around April. Now seeing that my business is starting to take off, I was able to start seeing the results, the money that I would be making. So it started getting easier, started getting easier, started getting easier. So I started understanding that, I need to jump onto different promotions. I need to make sure that I'm able to also do product ads for my products so that I can be able to appear on the first pages when someone is, selling their products. So it really drastically changed because of the mere reason that, I had determination and also the fact that, I had a bit of knowledge from where I was coming from. I already had, someone's account to learn on. And with the knowledge that I had gathered from there, I was able to get to the day where I am today now.
Wow, man, that's awesome, man. I think that's quite an awesome a story, man. Someone was asking, Otilia says, have you fired your bosses yet?
Um, I have partially, I can say partially. Listen to me. I have partially. So, end of last year, remember when I was on our interview for YouTube, I told you
Yeah.
that by the beginning of 2023, I'm gonna be firing my bosses and I'm gonna tell them, you know what, I'm done. So I went back January with the resignation letter in my hand, and I was like, here's the resignation letter. And he counter offered me with an offer, and I mean, like, money is nice. So so we sat down because the beauty about TakeaLot, once your accounts are set up and everything is set up, everything runs on sort of like an automated system. So I was like to him, I don't need to be here, every single day. I know the days that I need to be here. I know the days that I do my shipments. So I'm now on a higher salary than what I was earning, and I can go in on the times that I'm needed and on the times that I've, suggested for myself. So it's sort of like I'm working for myself still, and that is just an extra income that I can use for my business as well.
No, that's awesome, man. I think there is no rush. You need to sort of do something that works out for you, right? And
100%.
why not, man? If you can, make more. So tell us, bro. Like last time you came here, like that was in October, right? I mean, you were generating sales of 18,000 rands a month, right?
Yes, 100%.
What changed, bro? Obviously, we're also gonna go into the specific and answer some specific questions for
Yes,
people here.
100%.
But what changed? Was this is like October, November, December, January, February, March, like just 5 months, right? And you jump close to 100,000 rands a month. During that period, what changed for you? Like, would you say, did you become a different person? Was it a mindset thing? What was it for you?
I think honestly, what was holding me back was not being able to take a risk. So, I sat down, with my parents, and I told them, you know what, this is how much I've made from TakeaLot, and this is how much I've sold, and this is what I have in my bank account. And also, what was important, was for me was to build relationships with my suppliers in a sense that I needed to have a very strong, solid relationship with the supplier so that, if by any means I'm not able to sell a specific product or I take so much products, I'm not able to sell them, I can be able to go back with those products to them, and I can be able to probably get a refund. This is dependable on the agreement that you have with your supplier. So basically, what changed for me was completely my mindset. I started, taking on a risk. So when my supplier would contact me, be like, okay, for this specific, product, we are only left with about 150 units in stock. I was like, you know what? Give me all 150 units, and then I can go and sell them. So with that, I was able to kill competition because I had other competition that I had on that specific product. So I took all the remaining stock as well. So with that, being able to kill competition, being able to have financial backing. When I started off, I didn't have enough financial backing. So now I had a little bit of more financial backing. So I was able to outlay money to buy new products. And also, what changed was I changed my way of doing my product research. I started looking for new items. I also started looking for, different categories. I still remember, on one of our YouTube videos, and I was like, no, electronics, they give me money. But then I switched. If I tell you that from that time to now, I now sell homeware. I now sell,
Wow.
in every single category. So I understood that I had to be in every single category on TakeaLot for me to be able to be at the level that I am now.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And guys, I hear you guys are struggling with the WhatsApp link. Please DM me your WhatsApp number, Vini85. DM me your WhatsApp number, and Putuko, DM me your WhatsApp number. Cooking counter, financial backing. Okay, okay, guys. I don't want this to be a crutch, because now people will say we don't have
It shouldn't
financial
be.
backing.
It shouldn't be a crutch.
Lawrence is not part of the Stellenbosch people.
Exactly.
He's not part of the Stellenbosch people. Everyone can do this. Because now people
Yes.
are like, the Lawrence is financial bank.
No,
So
let
let's
me actually
just
rectify
clarify that.
that.
So did you
Let
get
me
some
actually
like money from your
clarify that.
parents?
Henry, if I tell you that when I was busy working for the company that I was working, I was earning 5,000 rand, and with
Wow.
5,000 rand, I had rent to pay. My rent was 6,400, and imagine I'm earning 5,000. My rent is 6,400. I still need transport money. I still need electricity. I still need what do you call it? I still need the 1,400 that is remaining on the rentals. So I had to do a lot of other things on the side for me to be able to get where I am. So I started off TakeaLot with only 2,000 rand to purchase products. I had an idea. I had what do you call it? Supplier contacts. So what holds a lot of people back? It's supplier contacts. Who do I go to? Where do I go and get a specific product? You know, what do I go and do? So with that, you can start off TakeaLot with as little as 2,000 rand, depending on what type of products you're getting into. So, which is something that we spoke about, that if you're someone who's new, who's starting off, don't jump into high-end products. Start off with cheaper products so that you can build your sales. You can also build a little bit of profit. And by the time that you realize, okay, now I have a bit of financial backing, whereas at the stage that I'm at now, I have financial backing. I can go into bigger products, and it doesn't matter for me if I get a return of a product for 1,000 rand. I know that I can, back myself up, and I also have a supplier that I can go back to be like, your product is defective. Hence, I say that, relationships with your suppliers. So I didn't have any financial backing at all. I had nothing. I was starting from zero.
Awesome. And the thing is, you might have 200,000 to buy, but you can buy the wrong product. You understand
100%.
what I'm trying to say? You can have
Yes.
1,000,000 rands and you can buy the wrong stuff. So it's
100%.
not just about just having money for stock. I think this is really where the difference is. It's about learning really how TakeaLot works. And before we continue, just a big shout out to everyone who's liking the live cooking counter. Diale and Stole, thank you for liking the live. Joshua Sanelisi, we're here to John Lebohang. Thank you for liking the live. T-Man, Vinny, D, Wamkulu, Mint Chalk. Thank you for liking the live. Putugo, thank you for liking the live. And I know some of you guys don't know how to like the live. Just tap on your screens as many times as you want. TikTok does not stop you at all. Linda LTD, thank you for liking the live. So cool stuff, bro. So I think let's talk about the main issues, right, that people struggle with. And there are a lot of questions here about, the master class, and I think we're going to tackle that at the end. We can just maybe just talk about the basics, right, in terms
Yeah.
of take a lot as well. But shout out to everyone liking the live still. Discover Bell 63, Ceci, thank you for liking the live. John, thank you for liking the live. Lady Poppy, good morning to you. Thank you for liking the live. Sanel Ghost, thank you for liking the live. Katal Projects, thank you for liking the live. So cool stuff, man. Let's talk about the basics. Where do you start? Let's say if I wanted to start TakeaLot today, where do I start, bro?
Yeah. So basically, where you start is you need to be mindful of the products that you want to sell. But other people, they then can be like, okay, how do you know what is selling? So basically, where you start is you go on to Amazon. I mean, this is easy. You go onto Amazon, you see, you search for their best-selling products. So most of the trends that that we get into here in Africa, they already are starting up already in Europe, and then by the time it gets into Africa, it has already been a best-selling product. So we like to follow trends and all that. So you need to be in mindful of it. Okay, this is the type of product that I'm looking for, and then cross-reference with TakeaLot. Is there anyone who's selling this on TakeaLot? Then you decide, okay, this is one of the products that I have in mind. So where a lot of people get lost is already in the beginning on the application. So if you don't have anyone who's guiding you within what do you call it, your application, like now with TakeaLot, they've actually made the terms and conditions, their rules and regulations more tougher, more difficult, because I think the platform is getting a little bit saturated, so they are busy, like getting rid of other accounts. I know of a few people that, their accounts have been disabled because they are not following the rules and regulations that you need to follow when you're selling on TakeaLot. So, so let's say once you have your account is sorted, everything is set up. You need to get into looking for a courier service. So a lot of people ask you, they're like, most people they think that TakeaLot works the same way as drop shipping works. So with TakeaLot, you need to have your stock on hand, your stock with you. So you go to the supplier, you purchase the specific stock that you get. For example, I've got a supplier that supplies me, your iPhone charging cables, your Samsung charging cables. I get those for 8 Rand,
Wow,
12 Rand,
that's
35 Rand,
bananas, bro.
and then I can
Eight
resell
rand.
those 8 Rand, and it
Sure.
comes it comes packaged in a box. It looks neat. So it's not like you're just getting a cable that doesn't have a box. It's got a box of its own. It's packaged, it's neatly packaged, and you're getting from like 8 Rand, 12 Rand. The most I've paid for a charging cable is about 35 to 40 Rand. And I can resell this at about, 199, 250. So basically is what you need to do is once you've gathered your information on your supplier, what product you need to sell, uh, then you look for courier service, because like what I was saying, once you purchase the products from your supplier, now you need to send it to the TakeaLot distribution center. So with the TakeaLot distribution centers, you've got your Joburg and you've got your Cape Town. So you need a courier that's gonna courier your goods from your premises to the TakeaLot distribution center. So with that as well, that's a little bit of fees. But now I use Courier Guy, and when I started, I had to pay 1,050. But now they've done away with that. So when you start off, you're starting off on a new account. What you just need to do is to put in funds for you to be able to ship your goods. And it is as cheap as I can send a very massive box with about 80 to 100 products. It can be 120, 130, 150 for Cape Town for it to be couriered. So that's really nothing. So once you've looked for a courier service, your next step now is now to make sure that all your products are listed on TakeaLot. And once you have all your product listed on TakeaLot, you then so there are two ways to list products on TakeaLot. In my mentorship, I show you the way that TakeaLot wants you to list their products, which takes about 12 hours. And I'll show you a quicker way, which takes about 5 minutes, and your products are live at the same time. You don't have to go through the hassles of your products being reviewed. So once your products are listed, You then go into replenishment now. Now you're sending your products to the different distribution centers. You've got your Johannesburg distribution center, which is the heart of South Africa, where most business is happening. So you need to send 70% to Joburg. You send 30% to Cape Town. So once all your products have been sent, sometimes it takes about 2 to 3 days for them to arrive. Once they've arrived in their system, they scan them. So there's a barcode system. So when you're doing your packaging, you print out stickers, you put out barcodes. So these barcodes are the ones that are going to pick up that this product is coming from Lawrence. He sent so much units of this specific product. So this is coming from them, and it also automatically shows you the number of stock that you have at TakeaLot and how many days it will take, depending on the competition and how demanding that product is. It will tell you how many days you will have to sell this specific product. So once you've sent your products, it takes about 2 to 3 days, and then it reflects on your system, and then it's good to go. You're able to sell. So that's one way to sell your products on TakeaLot. But now, what has propelled me to where I am, I realized that, what I can do is I can put my products on lead time. This means that I don't physically purchase the product, right? But just because of the relationship that I've built with my supplier, they always are in mindful of the specific product that I purchased from them. So they keep a little bit of stock for me on the side. So as soon as it sells, I can then go and pick it up from the supplier without me having to keep a lot of products with me on my premises. I can then go rush and buy, those products, and that is lead time. Then I send it to the TakeaLot DC.
Wow, man. Yo, that's highly informative, man. I mean, it's Lawrence. The thing is, man, listening to you, man, you know what you're talking about, man. You know what you're talking about, and I'm super excited for you, bro. You know what I'm trying to say. You know
Yeah,
what you're talking about, and just for everyone joining the live, Lawrence has already shared how to know and research in terms of products which are selling, which you can potentially sell on TakeaLot. He has already shared that. And if you have missed the live, you've joined late, we are going to basically share that on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. We're going to share this live. We've done other interviews with Lawrence right now, and he was dropping some hints in terms of the products he's selling. If you got it, you got it. If you didn't, I'm sorry, right? If you didn't, I'm sorry, right? But he was definitely dropping some hints, definitely sharing some proprietary information, right? That's his IP. He was selling it here, right? He was telling us his IP, which
yeah,
he doesn't have to, right? He doesn't have to do that.
I'm,
But thank you for sharing. So I think one of the questions that people want to know, right, is with regards to to getting suppliers, right? Getting
yeah.
suppliers of these teacher Alfred is saying I was taking some notes. I underlined those products. Man, if you got it, you got
uh,
it, man. If you got it, and he's a subscriber, man. Subscribers, they're on point, man. They're getting these things. But shout out to everyone who was sharing the live so far, liking the live. D, thank you for liking the live. If you don't know how to like the live, guys, you just tap on your screens as many times as you want. TikTok doesn't stop you. It just helps other people to see the live as well. Crypto Lady Africa, thank you for sharing the live. Mint Chalk, thank you for liking. Yetu, thank you for liking. Tato Vini 85, thank you for liking the live. Lebohang, thank you for liking the live. User Mavui, thank you for liking the live. Tracy Christians, thank you for sharing. Blackman, thank you for liking the live. Insitole, thank you for liking the live. Mr. Vronga Holdings, thank you for the gifts. Lady Poppy Putuko, thank you for liking the live. Yetu, man, Sipe one, man, much love to everyone, man. Thank you for the gifts. Portia, Mr. Vronga Holding, love Prof, thank you for liking the live as well. Man,
yeah.
awesome stuff. Kuli, thank you for the gifts. Strategy Consulting, thank you for the gifts, man. We're accepting gifts, guys. You can gift here. We accept your gifts as well. Man, much love to you guys, man. Much love to you guys. Sikayam, thank you for the roses as well. Tracy Christians, thank you for the roses. Man Kulu, thank you for the gifts as well. So cool stuff, bro. Let's
Yes.
talk. And guys, we're going to be accepting requests as well, at the end. So let's talk about suppliers. People asking about suppliers, and you spoke about and there's that issue as well with regards to returns. I think teacher Alfred brought that up, and which is also a big issue on TakeaLot. And we dealt with one of on the interviews on YouTube. We spoke about this, but just on a top level, because I guess that's one of the risks, right? With the return,
100%.
the return period that TakeaLot sort of has, where someone can even use your products and return them.
100%. 100%.
It happens, guys. You
Yeah.
probably have done it. so, so
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
so it happens. So let's talk about that. How do you safeguard that risk? Because it's a
Yeah.
big one, right?
So
Yeah.
let me just quickly explain, how the return policy works on TakeaLot, and then I'll jump onto that question.
All right,
So
cool.
with regards to the return policy on TakeaLot, what I always tell everyone that takes on my mentorship, I always let you know that what, when you're someone that is starting off, you don't need to start off with massive products. You don't need to start off with electronics like I did. I started off with selling keyboards, and um, it was because of the mere reason that the suppliers that I had in contact is the suppliers that that were being used with someone else that I knew. So if you don't have that relationship with your suppliers, when a return comes, someone can take your product and they'll go use your product for 3 months. With keyboards, I'm supposed to give 6 months.
Wow.
Someone will go use it for three
Sure.
months and then be like, you know what? I changed my mind, or the mouse is squeaky. The mouse is just, it's not moving the way I want it to move, you know? Or be like, you know what? I really don't like this product. So with that, TakeaLot is busy with that. A lot of sellers have complained due to that. But then if you're someone who's starting off, you want to start off with, items, that I mean, like if I use it once, I throw it away. You want to start off with things like, your Pampers, adult Pampers. You want to start off with baby wipes. You want to start off with your stuff like your scented candles, things that, once it's been used, it cannot be reused. You want to start off with makeup brushes. You want to start off with eyelash
Guys, if you're
stuff,
not
all
taking
that.
notes, I don't know, man. If you're not taking notes, I don't know. Then someone's gonna ask here which products to start with. Come on, guys. Let's be serious.
You want to start off with, eyelash products. And I can tell you, when you look into the category where women are always purchasing products for to enhance their looks or whatever. I'm not saying some of them, but a lot of women are always purchasing something that has to do with makeup. They're always purchasing something that has to always do with their babies, their kids, and all that. So women are the ones that are always are on TakeaLot. So you need to look within suppliers that are gonna supply you with products that have to deal with that specific category. That is something that you can start off from. And then when you see that, okay, I'm actually building from this category, now you start looking for suppliers that will supply you with different types of products, because you just don't want to be only selling in that one category. Because if you sell in one category, if that specific product becomes saturated, you will sit for days without having sales. So you need to have 5 different niches on on all the TakeaLot categories that are there. So let's say in beauty, you have a few niches in beauty, and then in electronics, you have a few things that you pick in electronics. Automotive, which is something that I'm looking into as well, you have a few products on there because people are buying car spare parts on TakeaLot as well now.
Wow.
So you need to be able to be be on quick to research all this. So a lot of people they ask me, how do you get suppliers? So with in regards to suppliers, it's easy, man. Like you just type in the product that you're looking for on Google, and then you look for suppliers near me. And then what you do is you go to those different suppliers, and once you've gotten to those different suppliers, you can then ask, okay, what is your time period, for your product? So if I start purchasing this product, will you be able to have this product throughout the year? Because you need to be knowing all these questions. Because you might have a very good selling product, and then you'll be able to sell for a month, and then you sit 3 months without having any sales because your supplier now doesn't have stock of that product. So you need to be understanding, okay, for each specific product your supplier has, what is their turnaround time when you make a special order for that specific what do you call it, price. And like they're saying, yeah, baby items. I don't want to lie to you. People are having babies every day, and you can sell products in baby items.
Man, that's exciting, man. Wow. So with your suppliers, right? So in
Yes.
terms of the relationships you had, so you say that you had some, you can actually, when you get a return, you can then go to your supplier and say, hey, bro, there was a return here. You know, how did you manage to grow the relationships to that extent?
So how I managed to build that specific relationship was um, when I went out there to get products from them. I didn't rush in to say that I'm gonna be buying so much items, so I'm gonna need to have a discount. You're gonna have to discount me on that. I just went in as a normal buyer, someone who's buying, and I was like, this is what I specifically need. I need that. And I built a relationship in a sense that I didn't ask for things. I made sure that, I was able to pay for, for what I was paying for. And then once I had opened an account with them, because with my all my suppliers, I've got an account with them now. And with those suppliers, they do give you accounts once you've purchased products for a certain specific, what do you call it? Certain specific amount. So I was able to build a relationship in a sense that I was always loyal and purchasing to them. So you need to build loyalty with them. You need to be able to understand the fact that they are also a business at the end of the day. So you need to build a very close relationship with them in the sense that you need to be in contact with them. Even when you do a purchase, you're able to email them, be like, oh, thank you for that. I've received that. So that's how you just build a business relationship with them. And once that business relationship is solid, now you can then start asking questions like, okay, so with specific products, what is your, what is your refund what is your refund thing terms and conditions? What is also your return terms and conditions? So you need to understand their return terms and conditions, their policies that they have. And once you understand also their policies, then you are able to understand, okay, with this specific product, if I purchase it from them, if it then maybe after a month this product is no longer working, I can still return it. It can either get fixed and I can sell it maybe on Facebook Marketplace, or the product can be what you call it swapped out, and I can still send it on to TakeaLot and sell it again.
Wow, man. No, that's interesting, man. It's just being on top. So you also like can sell some of these things on Facebook Marketplace as well if you
Yeah,
can't put them back on TakeaLot.
yeah.
So we've got another questions here when with regards to the registration process. What do you need to be registered on TakeaLot? And after that, if you can just please answer for me as well. Just a question, because I know some of the guys here are working and all these things, and sometimes it can be, you can see maybe it could be hectic to start something else and all these things. So if you could just talk about like that sort of balance you need, and sort of how many hours do you think on a bare minimum one should can invest in TakeaLot for, because it is obviously something you have to, I think any business, guys, whether it's forex, whether you need to invest time,
That's true.
whatever you're going to do, you need to invest time. There's no jukebox system. You don't put in 10 rands and get 100 rands
And
out.
then get
It
100
can't
rands.
happen.
Yes.
We need to invest time. Mr. Vroma of Holdings, thank you for the gifts. So maybe if you can answer the requirements, then that issue of,
Yeah.
of time, then we can get into people's requests here.
Yeah. So basically, with your requirements, a lot of people, I mean, like they do know that on TakeaLot you can register either as a business or you can register as an entity or a company. So with that being said, I always, everyone that takes on my mentorship, I always tell them it is easier for you to register as a business because TakeaLot takes more preference in a business registering on their platform. And also the other main reason is when you register as a business, they will ask you for your VAT number. With your VAT number, then you are able to, what do you call it? You are able to be charged VAT automatically on TakeaLot when you sell specific products already. So you know that there's a specific way where your VAT is already being charged as a business. Because once you start making big amounts, Then SaaS starts getting into you. They start looking into like, okay, why is this person so much so much money coming into their account and all that. So I always say, get a business registered. It is easy to register a business. Go on to CIPC. It's 125 rand for you to be able to register a business, get a business started. And then what you need to do is, a lot of people, they get stuck when TakeaLot, starts asking them questions. So you've completed the application. TakeaLot asks you questions like, send us pictures of your products, what you really need to send, how you need to twist that for you to be able to, for them to approve your account. So in my master classes, I do show you what you need to send to them, what specific catalog you need to send to them, how it needs to look for you to be able to get approved onto their marketplace, and then basically those are the basics that they require for you to be able to be registered on there. And the other thing that you will need for you to be able to run your TakeaLot account, you're going to need a laptop, you're going to need a printer. Those are the two main things that you need, because with your printer you're going to be using your printer to print your barcodes for your product, so that whenever they scan your products into TakeaLot, when they're going into TakeaLot, it records that you have sent specific amount of this product. And whenever it sells and they scan it out of the system, it will show you on your stock that you have a TakeaLot, one has been sold, and that means that minus one. So that just helps in keeping stock and knowing whose products are whose. Because at the end of the day, we can all be selling iPhone charging cables that are the same brand, and how are they going to keep in track of knowing? So you're going to need a laptop and a printer. You will need a courier service. With the courier service, I saw there was a question here from Sanelisiwe. It was asking, how do you ensure your products that they're insured and all that, when courier services with theft and all that. I've been working with the courier guy for the past 3 years now, and I can tell you, just by registering with them, if a product goes missing or anything gets lost. I had a product that was 1,600 that went missing.
Oh,
I was able, I was able to get my money paid completely in full for that product. So they do make sure that your products are insured. If anything goes missing, you just invoice them and they pay to your account straight.
wow, man. No, that's interesting. McBain 66, thank you for the likes. Wide Agent Korea, thank you for the likes. Putuko Tolani, Tatu of Ronga Holdings, Discover Bells, Mr. Positive, Kio, thank you for the likes. Susa Kotso, thank you for the likes. Shepherd, thank you for the gifts. Matagogo, thank you for the gifts. Ronga Holdings, thank you for the gifts as well. Cool stuff, man. And just in terms of CoinW Trader, thank you for the gifts as well, for the likes as well, and Kolani. So just in terms of time, bro. Like how much time? Let's say you're starting out, man, with a full-time job. How much time do you need to invest in this, bro?
So basically, when you're starting off, it's a little bit time consuming because you need to gather as much knowledge as you need. So it's a lot of like very time consuming. But then once your business is at a level where you know that, okay, I've got five niches in that category, I've got five in there, five in there, and let's say maybe you're sitting at about 20 products, and these are the products that are really moving and selling. I'll tell you that on TakeaLot, I spend about 2 hours at max just to see how my sales are going. I can, if my products are already on, at TakeaLot distribution center, I can literally just say, what, today I'm going away, and I can go away for a month and come back. If I know that I've got enough stock to cover me for that entire month, I can go for a month and then come back and see how everything is happening. So I don't have to be physically there for a sale to happen for me on TakeaLot. I've got sales coming through from 3 a.m. There's people that are sitting. Like past few days, there was days where it was very hot, and I sell, what do you call it? I sell fans. And I tell you, at 3 a.m., I think someone was very hot. They woke up and they bought a fan. So you
Wow.
don't have to be you don't have to be physically there for a sale to happen. But in the beginning, I can tell you it's a little bit time consuming because you need to learn as much as you can for you to be able to be at a level where you now can, just leave it automated and you're like, you know what, I'm going away. I'm going away. I can, deal with this later. So basically, in the beginning, it's time consuming. You need to put in your time. And the other thing is, seasons are always changing, trends are always changing on TakeaLot. So what you need to set up your business in a sense that you have products that sell from January to December, and then you have products that you know that okay, in January we're gonna be looking at a lot of stationery. So you need to know that this is the trend that I'm gonna be looking. So you need to prepare for that. And then around April, okay, there'll be Easter stuff that is selling in April. Around June now. So from April already, you are preparing for Easter and you are preparing for winter because already heaters have already started selling. I'm selling heaters as well. They've already started selling. So now you're preparing for winter already. And then after winter, you're already getting into autumn. So you just need to know the seasons, the trends. Also, I have products that sell throughout the year. So basically, in a sense, TakeaLot is busy beginning of the year. It is busy in winter. Then it's a lot busy. I cannot take a holiday in December. So
Wow.
from October to the end of December, from October till February, I cannot take a holiday within that time because this is where you can capitalize the most because within that time period you are able to sell as much as you can because that's when people are in the spending mood. People are just like, you know what, I just want to spend, I just want to spend. Like last year, Black Friday, I was able to sell about 109 sales in one day just
Wow.
because of the Black Friday. So
Hmm.
those are the times that are the busiest moment of the, what do you call it, of the year. So with that being said, it's got its times and its seasons where it's busy, but then other than that, I spend basically 2 hours on TakeaLot and that's it a day.
Awesome, man. Zaya says this information is expensive. No, it's expensive indeed. A lot of people asking about the master classes. Please
Yes.
explain to us about that. And guys, sorry, maintenance is here. So, but anyway, let's push. Let's see. Hope you guys can still hear this properly.
Yeah. So, when it comes to master classes, I no longer have master classes. What I have now is mentorships. So there's a lot of people, that have been busy with master classes and all that, and how cheap my master classes were. A lot of people would come back to me, be like, okay, I've got this specific problem now. I'm stuck here. I'm stuck here. But I'd have done everything within the one master class, and then now they're like, no, I'm stuck here. I'm stuck there. So what I have now is mentorship programs. So within my mentorship programs, this is sort of like a lifetime mentorship. This is a one-on-one because for every single person, it's what do you call it? It's different. Our journeys are different on TakeaLot. So with the one-on-one, I'm able to give you as much as information as you need. With the one-on-one, I'm able to tackle as much as problems that you face within a specific category or within a specific journey that you're following on TakeaLot. I can share an example. There's a guy that I started helping around end of June, beginning of Feb. With this guy, he had been selling on TakeaLot for a year, and I tell you that he was making 1,300 rand every single month, and that was all going back to what do you call it, stock. He was not making any profit at all, and within the month of February, I was able to help him push his sales to about 11,200. And he phoned me yesterday that he finished his month on of March on 25,000 rand. So
Wow, man.
mentorships mentorships are more focused on what are you looking for, and within my mentorships, I'm now able to sell to I'm now able to share with you supplier contacts, like, okay, go to this specific supplier. This is the product that they have.
Eh.
So you can be able to see, okay, so you are literally getting into where I am. And a lot of people be like, okay, you are sharing your suppliers. What change, what difference does it make for you? Because if I now start, selling maybe like a same product that you have, I've got other ways that I can, sell different types of products. There's things like, your sponsored ads. There's people that have copied my product. So I can do sponsored ads Whereas you're selling my product at 249, I can sell it at 399 and still have more sales than you have. So those are the type of things that I teach in the master classes. So it's like a specific mentorship journey that I'll have with whoever that I'm taking on a mentorship program with.
Awesome,
And
man.
with these mentorship programs, they are 3,000 Rand, which is a once off, and we can have as many classes as we can have. But then basically, it's 3,000 Rand. I've got supplier contacts. I will take you through every single thing that you need to learn and understand on TakeaLot.
Dude, 3,000 rands, man. Lawrence, I don't know, man. Last time you were selling these, but they were so cheap, bro. And we said, Lawrence, you can't sell these master classes at this. It's so cheap. But you know what I'm gonna do, bro? Is that it's fine, But what I just have to say to people is this is a business, right? If you are serious
Yes,
about business,
100%.
you invest in these master classes. And I'm not, prophesying or anything, but these master classes are going to increase, or this mentorship is going to increase in price.
100%.
So if you're not
So
going to
with
take advantage of it now, it's up to you. You know what I'm trying to say? But I'm going to convince Lawrence one of these days to increase that 3,000 rands.
I
So it's
think
up to you. But
I
anyway,
think by the time you try to convince me, because the main reason also that I've got like one-on-ones are easier, and I mean like we focus on everything that we need to do. But then the other main reason was also time. So I no longer have time for a group session, to do a group session. So within a specific month, I'll take a certain number of people, be like, okay, within this month, this is the number that I can control within that month, and I can be able to, to deal with those people within that month. Because now, with what is happening, I'm trying to increase the number of products that are on my own catalog. So when I start having like 5,000 products on my catalog, I'm not gonna be able to have time to be even doing mentorships and all that.
dude,
So
and the thing is, when you say like lifetime, like I don't even like taking retainers, with our business, because like now someone can just call you all the time, and ask for, and I'm like, man. So I think it's very generous, like just
yeah,
in
so
terms of
basically
one-on-one mentorship.
basically why I say lifetime. So there's four specific topics that we look at, and I know exactly this is where a lot of people get stuck. So we look at topic one. I know once I've covered topic one with the way that I do the work that I do, we are able to move past that. There's no way we're gonna go back to topic one. So I will show you every single thing within those topics, and once we've covered them, the rest is up to you to when times change. Because on TakeaLot, everything is changing. About a week ago, I had stock of mine worth about 3,000 that was taken off on TakeaLot because
Wow.
I wasn't following a specific rule. So why I say lifetime, I'm able to alert you that, oh, this is what has changed on TakeaLot. A specific thing like that has changed on TakeaLot, so that you can be ahead of times and know exactly what is happening as well.
No, awesome, awesome. Afro D saying, please don't change the price for us here. You guys need to join, get the mentorship. So what's the thing is, guys, who can tell you guys and say, there's this business here. Let me show you how you get into it. Let me tell you the suppliers. Let me tell you what products to sell. I mean, who does that, guys? Where can you get such a business? Like, to be honest with you guys, like, we really need to think about these things. But it's for those who are really serious and really are seeing this as an opportunity. Guys, much love to everyone, man, who joined the chat, guys. Remember, our dreams are valid, guys. Let's keep on pushing. Let's keep on going. Appreciate all you guys. Appreciate you, Lawrence, man. We'll talk. Guys,
Thank you, man. Cheers, man.
cheers. Afro D, you're welcome. You're welcome. Cheers, guys. Have a good day, man. Cheers, cheers. Bye bye.